I don't vaccinate. I haven't had an issue with it. I hate to bring it in. If I do vaccinate, I don't want to have, I don't want to have any future issue. Usually we run medications, we run vitamins, coxy meds. I run wormers through them. Usually on the babies, once a month they get wormed and they get coxy med once a month. And then we throw in the pro vitamins. I put the concentrated apple cider vinegar in the water to give them something, bacteria back in their system. But once a week, every week, for 2 to 3 days every week, we run some kind of either the apple cider, medication, something in their water. The vitamins, we try to keep them as healthy and maintained as possible.
How often do you give your fowl vitamins?
Usually the vitamins the babies usually get a lot, the vitamins. You usually get them around once a month. Usually after we run the meds through them, we go back and then we run the wormer through them. And then once we get them wormed and we get them the meds in them, I go back and we run pro vitamins and electrolytes and everything back in them to replenish the system.
How important do you think it is when you give them the wormer to put something back in the system?
I think it's really important because once you worm them and they get down, it affects their immune system, it affects their digestive system. If they've got any kind of worms or anything in them, they're going to be kind of puny for a few days. But I think it's really important to put something back in them. I've also took up the process of taking bread and running bread and buttermilk. Put buttermilk on the bread and run that through some feeders for them to get the good bacteria from the buttermilk back into their system also.
Have you seen that benefit you? Working for you?
I think it's benefited a lot. I actually took the process up from a friend of mine. He uses that on his farm. He actually introduced it to me. But I think it's real beneficial to do that. Especially after you worm them, once you take all the bacteria out, you want to be sure and put the good bacteria back in to try to keep the chicks as healthy as possible for good growth. Healthy, good bodies, it just helps all around.